Hey, how's it going, everyone? I'm KPG, and welcome back to some more Triangle Strategy. In the last episode, we went ahead and finished up Chapter 9. We defeated Sorsley's underling, Booker, as well as the army that was with him. We defeated him, and then we made our way into Hyzante. Or into, I don't know, Central Hyzante, I think it was. Somewhere in here. And we talked to another one of the Saintly Seven. I forget his name. But we talked to him. And, you know, we were like, hey, Sorsley is doing illicit salt, dealings, and, we gave him the salt that Sorsley gave to us, but obviously that's not really that great of evidence. So he basically told us that he needs more evidence before they can try to make a move against Sorsley. So right now, I think what we're trying to do is gather more evidence somehow against Sorsley so that we can, I don't know, bring him to justice and not have to worry about him anymore. But he's probably going to try to continue to fight us, especially now that once he finds out that we killed Booker. So that is pretty much what is going on. Today we're probably just going to be doing a lot of story stuff. So before we actually get started with that, though, I do want to go ahead and promote one of our units because we got a Medal of Bravery in the last episode, and I believe I already mentioned this, but I want to promote Frederica for sure. So the only 6 possible people we can promote are down here, and of these units, I think Frederica makes the most sense because, well, first of all, like, we don't really have another promoted, like, magical attacker from our, like, main 8. Obviously, like, we've got Azana over here and Narv. They're promoted because they came promoted, but I don't know, I like Frederica more, mainly because she's with our, our core team of 8 people, like the people that are always involved in the scales of conviction, obviously minus Serenoa, because he's not actually involved in the scales of conviction. He just kind of administers it. He doesn't actually vote. But he tries to convince people, so that's kind of the same. But anyways, I'm going to go with Frederica. She does a lot of damage. She is really good. She's a magical unit, so I favor her intrinsically. And I'm really interested to see what she can do as a firecaster. And I just got to say, her outfit looks pretty cool as a firecaster. As a veteran, as her veteran class, she looks pretty cool. I don't remember exactly. I think we checked some of these skills she learns, but I don't remember exactly what they do. So deal fire type magic damage to an enemy, slow their movement by 1 for 3 turns, and set the ground ablaze. That's blazing chains. And then Fire Eater, grant an ally the ability to absorb fire for 3 turns. I mean, that could be good if we are fighting someone, or if we're fighting a bunch of fire mages. I guess that could be useful. And then we learn another skill in 1 level called Pillars of Fire, which sounds pretty cool. I don't know what it does, but it sounds pretty cool. What does Blessing of Fire do, by the way? Increase your fire resistance while decreasing ice resistance. Okay, we've definitely seen that before, but it's been so long. Anyway, I'm going to use this Medal of Bravery. We're going to promote Frederica. We are going to watch this beautiful transformation.
I hope I did not disappoint.
You did not! You never could. You could never disappoint me, Frederica. Actually, that's a lie. If you start missing everyone, you will 100% disappoint me, and I'm not going to even lie to you about it. I'm already disappointed enough in Serenoa after all those misses from the last episode. Gosh dang you, Serenoa. Oh well. Until next time, yes, that is a good thing. Actually, now that I think about it, I want to check the trade post, because we haven't done this in a while. We could trade the... What is it? This is like the I always forget the name of it. Is it somewhere on the screen? No, well, whatever. The kudos. That's what I think. I think that's what it is. So we can exchange this for some stuff. I don't really know what I want. This is all the stuff we've already got. What are these? Are these more notes? I'm definitely down to trade for notes because they're super cheap. Booklets, textbook, chronicles. Yeah, let's do this. Let's get these notes and then read them. Although we're not going to read them like until I'm done trading with this guy, but then we'll read them afterward because I am interested. So Quietus Point plus increases max Quietus Point slots by 1, activates the moment you trade for it. Critical blow, grant the currently acting unit a guaranteed critical hit. That's cool. I forget a little bit about the Quietus stuff. It's been a while since we've looked through this stuff. I don't really remember exactly. I just remember it's a thing that exists. I don't think we've used any of our Quietus stuff. I don't even know if our units have what they need to use Quietus points. I don't remember. I just don't. Move an ally to any location within 8 squares. If they're charging or casting, that action will be suspended. Restore. That's pretty good. Battle Cry, Fleet-Footed, in tandem. Held 3 QP. Yeah, I don't remember how this works. I'm gonna get Restore though. Restore sounds pretty good. I don't know how we equip these. There's so much I just don't know about this game. I'm not even going to pretend like I do know these things. Cause I just don't. I really don't. Yeah, I don't remember any of the Quietus Point stuff. I think I'd honestly need to like look it up online, or see if I could find somewhere within the game to explain it again, or go back and rewatch whatever episode it was when we first learned about the Quietus Points. I don't know. But for now, let's go through these new notes that we have. History of Glenbrook. It'd be nice if I remembered exactly which ones it was that I just bought. Beware of the Beautiful Bandit. I know this is one that we just got, so I'll read this. A beautiful bandit has been seen around the Wolfort domain, robbing nobles and the wealthy alike. I heard she was spotted around the harbor, so I headed to Wolfort myself and spoke to an eyewitness. We shared drinks at a local tavern as he told me all he knew. He was a middle-aged man with red hair, and knew much more than I anticipated about the woman in question. He described her appearance and personality, but continued on to regale me with tales of her childhood, habits, and least favorite foods. Hours passed with no end in sight. I assumed that someone so well informed must know how to contact her directly. By the time dawn was breaking, I managed to muster up the courage to tell him I was thoroughly interested and wished to meet her for myself. Then the man shouted, "Ha, so you've fallen in love with Trish, have you? Sorry, but nobody like you ain't got a chance with my daughter." That was the last thing I remember. The last thing I remember was a searing pain in my head. When it came to, I was on the floor, and the informant was walking away, leaving me to pay the tab. I wish no one to meet the same unfortunate fate that I have. So to those who are looking for the beautiful bandit, I say this: beware of her father. That's funny. I really wish I remember which ones I just got. that would be a good thing to remember. I should have paid more attention, or I should have bought them one at a time. Is this? No, the Royalist and Three High Houses was definitely one of them. Is there a way I can like check? Gosh dang it. Oh, I did this wrong. I know this is a new one, but History of Glenbrook, was this a new one? I don't know. I guess these aren't really that important. Oh, these are only 2. Okay. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll read these over again on my own time. Because I don't remember which... I legitimately don't remember which ones were new. And which ones were the old ones. I'd have to look through the video again. I just kind of like flipped through them there. The ones I think that could be new. So if you guys remember which ones were new, you could go read them for yourself. And I'll probably have to go reread them at some point later on. But... for now, we will just move on. We'll leave the... wait, no. We have to buy some actual items. Does Lionel have stuff? So he's the provisioner now that we have him. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so we should definitely get some more large recovery pellets. I don't want to spend all my money on them, but you know, should definitely get some. Do like that. I'm not really worried about the status recovery ones. Status hasn't really screwed us over a lot yet, so I'm kind of fine with what we've got. Honestly, we should probably buy some like other things, like specifically like items to hold on to, like equipment stuff, like these things would be nice. We should also try to upgrade some of our equipment. We haven't done that in a while. There's a lot of things we need to do. Increased magic attack by 1, though. I did see this, and I do want to get this so we can give it to Frederica. Like I said, like I'm all for making her better. She's got 20 magic attack now, which is pretty cool. So Ian's, can you go ahead and upgrade my weapons? I would like to do that. How do we... So leather and 1000. What happens if we upgrade the Tome of Fire to the Tome of Flames? Does that just mean that there's more options available, or does that actually make it stronger? I don't know how this works, but we'll unlock it anyway. Yeah, I don't know how that works. Gil has an upgrade available. She can get an ice rod. That's cool. I wish we had more like of the material that we need to actually upgrade this stuff. I mean, I guess I could like buy it, but I guess I don't know. This doesn't really make sense when I could just actually upgrade the weapons themselves. I guess I'll upgrade this. Upgrade the bow. I don't know if it makes them stronger or what. There's definitely more skills to unlock, but we got to get more. I don't know, we have to get more material. I mean, we can upgrade one of like Eridor's things, but we're kind of low on money now. It's always been like something I felt like was a... I don't know, something I feel like is kind of annoying in this game is I feel like sometimes we just don't have as much money as I would like to have. Anyway, we've been here for long enough. Now it's time to actually go ahead and get on with the story. Like I said we were going to do at the beginning. Kind of a long detour to go through some of that other stuff, but we are here now. Within the Citadel of the Sands, Tenebris finds Sorsley in high spirits. Why is he in high spirits? Does he still think that, or does he think Booker is going to take care of us? Does he not know that we've killed him?
Tenebris, gloomy as ever, I see.
Minister Sorsley, I see you are in high spirits.
And why shouldn't I be? House Wolford is ferrying my salt as we speak.
Oh? What's going on here? Wait. Is he pretending? Does he not want Tenebris to know what's going on? Because he sent Booker after us to kill us, so I don't know. I wonder why he's not telling Tenebris.
An illustrious house from the Salt Iron War trying to win my favor. It's laughable.
But can they succeed, being as ignorant to the circumstances as they are?
If they fail, I simply lay the blame upon them and see their house duly punished. I shall gain merit in place of money.
I did not take you for an optimist. Or have you forgotten of Exham and Camsel's suspicions?
Camsel, that's the guy we went to.
You speak as if it were my problem alone, my dear Tenebris.
Do not misunderstand. It is because we are tarred with the same brush that I have come to warn you. Your dealings of late have grown, perhaps overly so. You would make an enemy of the other saints, should they notice.
And would you too turn against me, Tenebris?
Most certainly not. Our fates are tied.
Good. Now leave me.
Pray, be careful, Minister.
What need have I for caution? I have never failed, nor will I ever.
Well, now you're definitely gonna fail. You just jinxed yourself, my dude. Don't blame us for when we kill you. No, if we kill you. I actually would much rather we bring him to justice than kill him. Then he can rot in prison. Anyway, yeah, I don't know why he was talking to Tenebris like that. Maybe he doesn't want... Because he was talking about, you know, their fates being intertwined, so I wonder if he doesn't want Tenebris to know what's going on. If he doesn't want Tenebris to panic that something's going to happen. Because I'm pretty sure I remember... I don't think Booker just was suspicious of us and went on his own. I don't think so. I mean, maybe. I guess it's been a little bit. I don't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure Sorsley ordered Booker to go kill us. So... I don't know. Maybe he was just pretending in front of Tenebris, or maybe he is actually unaware. Maybe I don't know. I don't think he is, though. I'm pretty sure he knows that we are betraying him. I don't know. That whole interaction has just made me confused. Anyway, back to the main story. Serenoa searches for evidence to indict Sorsley, but will he find it in time? I sure hope we do. But something tells me we're going to have to make a decision at some point, and that's going to be the deciding factor.
Sorsley may well come to end us once he hears of our allegations. There is no turning back now. We must move swiftly.
So how shall we proceed?
We must provide hard evidence, as Minister Camsell requested.
And I wish to be named Archduke of Esfrost. Does he understand what he asks of us? We have no leads.
Salt is a well-regulated commodity, and numbers do not lie. If this illicit trade exists, someone will have altered the ledgers.
Of course. We'll gather what information we can on Sorsley until the evidence we seek reveals itself. Let us canvass the town and see what we find.
Agreed. We should split up and search for clues.
Alright, that makes sense. See, this is why you're our advisor, Benedict. Time to gather some testimony as to Sorsley's crimes. Let's do it! I love gathering information. It's easy. Quality timber. Our convictions have been strengthened. Okay, is there anything else, like, shiny? There is. Aha, sleep recovery pellets ×2. So now we can cure ourselves if we take a nap on the battlefield. 1,300 money. I don't even know what the currency in this game is called. I'm just going to call it money. I know there's kudos, but that's also very different. Anything else shiny? Perhaps a magic genie lamp or something. I don't know. What do you have to say? We're looking for a rebel who was last seen in the area. Have you any memory of such a person? No, I'm afraid not. Sorry, bro. You. There's a woman living near the ministry whose life is consumed with rumors of all sizes and sorts. She always has some fresh morsel or other. It would behoove you to speak with her. A rumor monger, you say? Then I should very much like to speak with her. Yes, thank you. Yeah, sounds good. I'm afraid I'm closed for the day. You need to balance the ledger, you see. Do come again. Oh, you have some business managing ledgers, do you? Interesting. Not now. I have more pressing concerns at present. That damn officer hunting me like a dog. If you would believe this place, I could return to my home. 'Tis all hearsay, but I understand Esfrost occupies Glenbrook. The kingdom is a den of iniquity, it's true. Their lack of adherence to the goddess's teachings has no doubt brought this fate upon them. Anyone have any useful information? I mean, I guess the information about the rumor monger is cool. Claris. A legal distrib, but where is all this talk coming from? I will not stand for these absurd accusations. What proof have you? Oh, apparently we don't have another option right now. Frankly, none, sir. Well, when you do as much business as I do, rumors about oneself tend to propagate. It would behoove you to interrogate the rumors you hear before repeating them. Yes, but it would also be best not to let sleeping rumors lie. Keep digging and keep me apprised of any new information you may find. I'm eager to be of service. Okay, I guess we'll talk to him later. The Saintly Seven have been recognized by the Goddess of Salt herself and are tasked with leading the faithful of Hyzante. Atop this order sits the Holy One, who enjoys the privilege of hearing the Goddess speak in her own words. The Holy One then disseminates her words to the Saintly Seven, who hand them down to the people, thus granting the Holy State her blessings. I, of course, take pride in the uniquely superior construction of our society, but how do you as an outsider find it? It has advantages and disadvantages like any other. I hesitate to call it superior. Not so unusual, the Holy One is your sovereign, and the Saintly Seven, their loyal ministers. That's technically true. Systems of rule are not so easily compared. They are the result of choices made by people over the arc of their shared history. I feel like that's kind of a fair way of putting it. Ah yes, a sincere and logical argument on the surface, yet we need but scratch at it to reveal the rot within. These other nations you speak of, they are meaningless pits of suffering in which the people and their sordid histories are trapped. The only ones who can truly lead the people to prosperity and happiness are those who have been chosen by the Goddess herself, the Holy One and the Saintly Seven. Yes, so your dogma tells us, though I think you'll find this does not account for human nature, which is not so easily controlled. Well, that was fascinating, but I also think that was kind of fruitless. Only those who have official business with the ministry may enter. If you no appointment, I must ask you to leave. I've learned that my secretary was investigating Minister Sorsley as well. Surely he left some notes in his journal. You have my blessing to read it if you find it. The goddess tolerates much in the search for truth. Okay. Well, I guess if we find a journal, we can feel free to read it. There we go. I thought I saw something sparkling. I guess we could talk to all these people. Can't pass without proper permission. Can't enter the source. If we're not here, what are we to do? Whatever, I don't know. It only makes me long to enter the source all the more. Is there truly nothing you can do? Why guard the entrance so closely? Is there something you wish to hide? I hear tell of a secret ledger for salt shipments. Does this sound familiar? Secret ledger? I've heard of no such thing. But be on your way. You're interfering with my duties. Access to the source is forbidden. You may not go further. Okay. I don't know why this way is the way to the source. It doesn't really look like a way to go anywhere, but sure. Only those with special permission may enter the palace. Take your leave. Minister Exam is occupied for the moment. If you have business with him, I bid you write him a letter. A letter that presumes I have something to write with. So we can't go this way. What about you? What do you have to say? As for us boast of their freedom from the mountaintops, yet it is only ever the rich and powerful that rise to the top of the wretched duchy. While here in Hyzante, all are equal under the goddess's watchful eye, and all may live in peace. I scarcely need ask, but which nation, in your estimation, has the right of it? Freedom is a necessity for all. I stand with S. Frost on this matter. It is the work of a nation's leaders to ensure peace and equity. We have much to learn from Hyzante's rule. Neither the kingdom of Glenbrook, which I serve, bests you both. That's so funny. That'd be so funny to just say that. Neither my kingdom is superior. Nah, we'll just make this guy feel good about himself and his country. We're kind of here, so we probably would do best to be good about them. Ha ha ha, quite right, quite right. You see the light of her ways, of her magnificence. Having said that, equality yet escapes you. Your treatment of the Roselle must change if your society is to be truly equitable. In order for your society to be equitable, you must enslave people. Duh! Bro, why didn't I think of that? Ah, but only the most righteous may receive her blessings. Surely you do not argue that those criminals are worthy. And they are the unbelievers besides. To treat them with kindness would be an even greater sin than those they've already committed against her. Might I add that in holding such beliefs, you may well be in line to receive the same punishment yourself. Mind your words, sir. So this is how the faithful of Hyzante think. Jeez. Well, so far, we have gained no useful information about Sorsley's misdeeds. Great! Just fantastic. Are we supposed to gain, like, no information? Because I feel like this is... I don't know. This doesn't seem right. I don't know. Do we have new information to talk to you about? No, we don't have any more information to talk about stuff with this guy. Stop. No, I don't want to talk to you again. I'm sorry. I wasn't meaning to talk to you. You can enter this person's house. Oh, is there a journal in here? I know the one girl was talking about a journal. What do you have to say? Oh, this is the rumor monger. Oh, perfect. I understand you are aware of the latest rumors that flow through Hyzante. I should like to hear more about them. You wish to hear the popular rumors of Hyzante? You needn't have been so coy. Oh, where to begin? Where to begin? Have you heard the tale of the vanishing vessel? It arrives at the port in secret, only to vanish as quickly and quietly as it came. A ship that disappears in the night. The how of their salt exports had eluded me until now. Perhaps they were carrying it on this ship she speaks of? The vanishing vessel, that's perfect. Thank you. I appreciate you. Okay, now can we talk to you? No, we still can't talk to you? We've learned new information. I don't know, does the rumor monger have any more information for us? Can we find out something more than just the vanishing vessel? All this talk of ghost ships chills me to the bone. Goddess forbid. Oh, I learned all that I can about the vanishing vessel. Well, that's some information, I guess, but we don't have whatever information it is that we need to talk to Claris about whatever else it was that was hidden behind that locked option. Well, I guess that's probably all that we have that we can do for now. I don't know what else we could do. Excuse me. Yeah, I guess we'll call it there. I've heard enough. Now to return to the encampment and organize my thoughts. Vanishing vessel. That's how Sorsley is doing it. We need to catch him red-handed.
What news? Have you learned anything?
Sorsley is shrewd. He'll not reveal his true colors so easily.
Nothing can remain hidden indefinitely. A thorough review of the testimony shall show us the truth.
Benedict is right. Let us review what we know to be true.
Lord Serenoa, what does the evidence at hand suggest?
Well, there's
Let
this
us begin
vanishing
with
vessel.
Sorsley himself. What is his crime?
Are you gonna make me do a quiz here? Ha! Wait, why is there a locked option? Oh, I wish I had that option. He sold illicit salt. That's what we're
Sold illicit salt.
That's what we're going with.
Of that there can be no doubt. One of Hyzante's own saintly seven is a traitor.
Yeah, I don't even know why there would be another option. That's obviously what we're accusing him of.
If we cannot secure the help of the remaining saints, we've no choice but to present our case directly to the Hierophant. Doing so will require incontrovertible proof of Sorsley's improprieties.
Why are there so many locked options? I thought I talked to like everyone and tried to do everything I could. Incontrovertible proof that we lack.
Incontrovertible proof that we lack, unfortunately.
Then, we must prepare to face charges of false accusation.
Now then, let us focus on where we might find the evidence we need.
Vanishing vessel. Let's go! The Hierophant's Palace. Nah. The vanished cargo ship for sure.
So, we'll find the vanished cargo ship.
How do you propose we find something that vanished without a trace? Suspicious as it is, we'd best search elsewhere.
Oh, well.
There is no doubt in my mind that Sorsley was engaged in illegal salt sales.
Well, I was hoping it was the vessel, but I don't know. I mean, I don't think the Hierophant's Palace would be a great option, but maybe. I wish I knew what all these options were. I wish I had everything unlocked. Apparently, I didn't talk to enough people, even though I thought I talked to, like, everyone.
The trouble remains that we've got no proof of anything.
The vanished cargo ship is suspicious, yes, but we'll not find an unmoored vessel.
Despite our best efforts, I'm afraid we haven't evidence enough to confront him over his crimes.
And Sorsley will find us out soon enough, if he hasn't already.
Time is of the essence then. What is our next move?
Though we lack proof, we'd best raise the issue with Camcel once more.
Okay. In the shadows of suspicion completed. Now I get the feeling that I didn't do as thorough of a job exploring as I thought I did. I don't know, maybe there were other buildings I could have gone into that I didn't do? I don't know. There was also that journal that was mentioned that maybe we could have found somewhere. Maybe I was just being an idiot and didn't find it. I don't know. I just feel like I did something wrong. I feel like I made a mistake.
Serenoa and his retinue know House End is involved in the illicit salt trade, yet fail to secure any solid evidence to back up their claims. Their position growing tenuous, House Wolffort makes a reckless bid to persuade Kamsel, Minister of Domestic Affairs, to levy charges.
I don't think this is going to go well. Chapter 10, Part 2. Ask Me Not. I feel like this can't go well. Kamsel has no reason to do this.
Minister Kamsel will join our cause, won't he?
I doubt it, but I mean, maybe.
It's hard to be sure, but we must press our case and have faith. That is all that is in our power to do.
Whoa.
You! Are you House End's dogs?
Jeez, we're just getting ambushed?
A messenger, my lord, from the palace. I seek Lord Serenoa Wolffort.
You have found him.
Lord Wolffort, you have been accused of coercing Minister Sorsley End unto unlawful acts.
What?
Your presence is required at the palace so the Holy One may question you.
House End is the guilty party, not Serenoa.
If you've testimony to give, you are welcome to stand witness at the trial.
My lord, this may be a good opportunity to bring our case directly to the Hierophant and the other powerful entities of Hyzante.
Okay.
I expect the Saintly Seven are not of one mind on this matter. If you can persuade some of the ministers to side with us, Sorsley will have nowhere to run.
Is this gonna be like one of those votes? Is this gonna be like a scales of conviction type thing? Where we have to try to persuade the ministers? Because that's not gonna go well. If you guys have seen how well I've done at convincing people to change their minds in the on the scales of conviction votes, I have a terrible record. I haven't convinced a single person to switch positions. I've only convinced people who were undecided to vote vote the way I wanted them to. And one time, the person that was undecided voted against what I wanted to do. So this won't be good if that's the case.
Or you could end up the one with his head on the chopping block, Serenoa.
Oh, now we have to make a decision about that, maybe?
Even so, we cannot make an enemy of Hyzante, else we truly will be alone. I must stand trial, plead my case to the Holy One and the Saintly Seven, and hope that they believe me.
Oh, this just got real. This is gonna go really poorly. Like I said, this is gonna go real poorly if I have to be in charge of doing the trial stuff, especially because we don't have like any information. I did not gather anywhere near enough information. This could go very bad. Alright, well, side story. The Holy One summons the Saintly Seven to the palace. Kamsel and Exham consider their next move. Well, we can maybe convince Kamsel to side with us, but I don't know. I don't know about the rest of the Saintly Seven.
You've been summoned to the palace, Minister Kamsel. The Holy One is to hear the accusations against Minister End and question House Wolffort.
Very well. So, Sorsley has made the first move. Serenoa must not have been able to secure evidence against him after all. But order cannot truly be restored simply by sentencing House Wolffort. I I must make of this opportunity what I can.
Well, what I don't get is why Sorsley would accuse us of coercing him to do this illegal salt
There
trade.
is to be a trial. I see.
Because, right? Because, like, why would we... We're in a very bad situation where we don't have, like, money, we don't have, like, resources, we don't have, like, anything, really. All that we really have was provided by Minister Sorsley, because he gave us, you know, some supplies and stuff, and then requested that we do the illegal salt trade for him. But what power would we have to try to convince him, to try to coerce him into doing the salt trade? How does that even make sense? I don't know. Interesting.
The Holy One requires the presence of the Saintly Seven immediately.
Wait, is Exham one of the Saintly Seven?
And here I thought you nearly had him, Wolfort. Did I overestimate you? No matter. There is more than one way to trap a greedy boar. Now then, who will be best put to the task?
Well, alright, I guess we'll move on. A trial is held at the Hierophant's Palace, but will Sorsley be charged for his misdeeds? I wonder if this is gonna be like a branching path. You know, I just wonder. I guess we'll find out. We'll see what happens. I really don't feel well prepared for this trial, but we'll see what happens.
The inquiry of House Wolfort, stood accused by Minister Sorsley End, will hereby commence.
Okay, so this is the Saintly Seven. Well, anyway, these are 6 of them, and then I guess the 7th is the Holy One?
We of the Saintly Seven will preside over this trial. Serenoa Wolfort, you stand before the Holy One. Do you swear by the goddess to speak the truth?
I mean, I don't get what the point of swearing...
I swear.
I don't get what the point of swearing by the goddess is, because it's not like we believe... It's not like anyone from Glenbrook believes in the goddess, so... Swearing on the goddess doesn't mean we're concerned that the goddess is going to punish us if we lie, but whatever. We'll do it. Answer the Saintly Seven's questions and prove Sorsley's guilt. We're screwed. Because we're not going to have all the options
Minister
unlocked.
Exham Marshal, you may begin the proceedings.
We know Minister Sorsley quite well, having worked with him for these long years. But we know comparatively little of you, Lord Serenoa. Therefore, we must first determine whether you are worthy of our trust. Surely you have not forgotten his position among the Saintly Seven of the Holy State of Hyzante.
What? Finding him guilty is more important. Of course I haven't forgotten his position.
I would never forget, but...
Then why do you lay these accusations at Sorsley's feet? As one of the Saintly Seven, he speaks with the voice of the goddess herself. Your actions undermine the goddess's ordained order.
Well, we're from Glenbrook.
To ask.
Next, Minister Camsel Farrant will make his inquiries.
You must understand the difficult position you have put us in, sauntering into our home to denounce one of our own. We are a welcoming people, and so must be wary of those who seek to take advantage of our open hearts. If a stranger came to you with unfounded accusations against one of your people, I doubt you would take him at his word. Have you any proof of the foul deeds you claim have taken place in our land?
We have a whole lot of salt. I haven't any. I mean, we can at least take a shot in the dark. I'm pretty sure this is not. I mean, from what Benedict said, this isn't. I don't know. Well, at least he said we couldn't find the vanishing vessel, but There have been shipments of unlawful salt. It doesn't necessarily mean it was his, but...
vessel disappearing from the port in the middle of the night. It's possible it was carrying unlawful salt.
Yeah, possible.
You present as your evidence another rumor, and one from an anonymous source at that.
Well, I mean, our actual evidence is the salt he gave us.
Is it customary where you are from to condemn a man based on gossip alone? I think not. I have nothing more to ask.
Minister Tenebris, if you would.
Oh, Tenebris is one of the Saintly Seven. Okay, that makes more sense.
It isn't strange that lay people would fail to grasp the goddess's infinite wisdom.
Well, he's in this with Sorsley, so he's not gonna side with us no matter what.
We seven, however, do understand her will. For most, our teachings are the only way they know how to live according to her plan. It is moot to judge Sorsley, one of the seven, based on evidence brought against him by a layperson, no matter what that evidence may be. Unless you have testimony from one who understands the goddess's will, there is simply nothing we can do.
Please, you must believe me. Well, that's literally our only option.
I may not understand the goddess's will, but all I can do is ask that you believe me.
Then there is no reason to even hold this trial. Do you not see that? I've no further questions.
This is not going well.
Minister Lila Viscraft, ask your questions.
Well, I guess we're gonna have to do what we do best and fight, because that's gonna have to be what goes down here.
It is plain to me that Sorsley has indeed engaged in misconduct, namely bribery. Yet while I do not doubt he bribed an official of Glenbrook, what the bribe was for remains unclear. Perhaps you can shine some light on the matter, Lord Serenoa?
Sorsley wanted to ensure the official silence over inferior quality salt? Sorsley wanted to ensure the official silence over the cargo vessel that disappeared in the middle of the night? I don't even know. What? Ensure the official silence over inferior quality salt? I don't know. Inferior quality salt? What? This is literally our only shot, I guess, is trying to do that.
The ship that disappeared in the night must have been carrying unlawful salt. He'd have wanted to keep that quiet.
Yet rumor of such a ship has reached even my ears. Would it not be an utter waste of coin to buy a single person's silence, when so many have already heard the gossip?
Fair point.
I have no more questions.
I don't know. I feel like we're missing a lot of options.
I, Idor Delmira, will ask one final round of questions.
Alright.
I cannot deny, Lord Serenoa, that Sorsley can be foolish. But he is also dedicated to the goddess, and he has worked much good as one of the seven. Though he is not faultless by any means, I believe the goddess yet favors him. If we are to pass judgment on such a man, we must prove his guilt to the goddess herself. So let me ask you this, Serenoa Wolford.
Well, let's give the salt that he gave to us to the goddess and see what the goddess says. How about that?
Where exactly are we to find such evidence against Sorsley and...
I don't know. In the palace. That's literally our only guess, I guess. I mean, wherever the information about the ledgers is, I suppose, but I don't know. Apparently I should have done a better job gathering information.
We could
Didn't know I was going to be on trial.
So, there must be something here in the palace.
In this palace, where we live and work beneath the ever-watchful gaze of the goddess herself. How disappointing, Serenoa Wolford, that you still do not grasp the extent of her divine power. My questions are done. Now we will confer with one another.
Well, we're screwed.
The Holy One will pass judgment after hearing our opinions.
Bro, this is going to be unanimous against us. That was terrible. Wish I had different options, but apparently I did a horrible job gathering evidence. We might have to retry this one.
The Holy One has passed judgment.
We're screwed! Time to fight.
House Wolfort was found to have spoken untrue. You brought baseless accusations against the most exalted Sorsley end of the Saintly Seven and sullied his good name. Such blasphemous actions cannot go unpunished.
Wait, we meant no insult against the goddess.
Luckily for you, her mercy extends even to heretics. You have one chance to atone.
Okay.
Face Sorsley's forces in battle and emerge the victor.
Sure! Easy.
What? Let whomsoever earns the goddess's divine grace be cleansed of all sin.
Let's do it. I'll take that. That's basically a win in and of itself. Alright, cool. So we could not win by convincing them. But we can face him in battle. So I guess that works. I really wonder if we could have actually won the trial if I would have done a better job gathering information and if I would have done well in the trial, or if this was always going to happen. If we were always going to end up having to fight Sorsley. I don't know. I feel like, I mean, there's got to be a battle no matter what anyway, right? Like, because there's a battle every chapter, so I feel like even if we won the trial, there would be some sort of way for us to face Sorsley in battle. I mean, maybe it would have been like, maybe it would have been just like the flip side of what just happened. Maybe it would have been like, Sorsley was found guilty, but he has one chance to prove himself. He must face Serenoa in combat. You know, and then it would basically be the same thing, just we would look like the better people. So, I don't know. I don't know how that worked. I just feel like a loser because I felt like that went very, very poorly. But hey, we at least get to, we get a chance to redeem ourselves here by fighting Sorsley, and that is pretty cool. Although the recommended level is 16, that's kind of crazy. I mean, oh well, we're used to having to do fights where we're under-leveled 4, so nothing new. So I guess we will get around to that in the next episode because we don't really have much time in this one, so yeah, I don't know. I'm really curious if we could have possibly won the trial if I would have just done things right, if I would have gathered evidence correctly and then presented the information in just such a way to convince them that Sorsley was guilty, but I don't know. In any case, in the next episode, we will go ahead and do this fight. We'll face Sorsley in combat. We will destroy him and prove that we were right, because apparently all that we need to do is win a war, and then we prove that we have the goddess's favor for some reason. Alright, cool. Well, I guess, yeah, that's going to do it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. It really helps out the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. And next episode, like I said, we'll get around to this battle. So once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.